What's up, fellas? So, we are here in my studio, and let me tell you a little bit about my setup, okay? Because this is pretty cheap to do, and it'll give you the option to be able to do bleaching inside your house, safe. And if you're going to be doing bleach painting, um, I would say you could probably get away with not having to use the respirator as long as you work slow and you keep this ventilation tube like really close to where you're painting, so it can pull the vapors up and out outside your workspace safely. And yeah, if at all, have a half-mast respirator. This is kind of a heavy-duty one. Scott, like SCOT and 3M. You can get chlorine filtration half-mast respirators. Order them. But yeah, if you set this up, it's about $35. If you have a way to push it right outside your house, or you already have, or like switch out your dryer vent tubing to like that, and just kind of portable and flip flop it between the two. And yeah, it provides about a 5 to 10 inch vacuum, which is about all you need to pull chlorine vapors. Chlorine vapors that are come off your clothes is going to be heavier than air, so it's going to want to sit. So having a little tray like this where you're going to be doing your bleach is really good, because any vapors that are going to exhaust off of it are going to go right up out the gate there. So I may not even need this, but I'm going to keep it right here just in case. We're going to try to re-dye a few, and I got one here that I tried a little fuck around, find out. We'll see how it goes. So another thing about chlorine or bleach, whatever you want to call it, the molecules at room temperature expand at 675 times. So one tiny little molecule is going to expand 675 times. So if you have a few of those molecules, I'm talking like one little tiny drop, and it is able to oxidize or vaporize. Instead of a few dots of chlorine, you have 3,000 dots of chlorine floating around in your atmosphere that you can breathe in. So yeah, be very careful. But I'm using bleach that's higher strength than what you can usually get, and that's just to quicken the process of waiting for the bleach to do its thing to the point of neutralizing it. But we're also going to try this little, I guess you'd call it chemistry on a thermal level, because chlorine, when cooled, is very, very slow and dormant, and it takes a lot to activate those molecules and make them do what they want. The stuff I have is been refrigerated, so it's super cool. So when we put it on, it's going to have a real delayed effect. But I'm going to use heat to kind of warm it up, and that's going to cause some molecules to get excited. Hence, I have this, I have that, gloves, which reminds me, wear your safety protector. So we're going to use a hair dryer, and we're going to use hot water, kind of like a hot water irrigation method with dyes, with bleach. I want, like the last time I did it, the bleach only did the very surface, like less than blackout, you know what I mean? So I have this idea of covering the top with high strength bleach. Let it soak for a minute. Let's do it, okay? Let's grab this one first. We're gonna put it right in that tray there. First, I'm gonna back off on that vent so it doesn't pull up the water, liquid molecules up there and fuck up my fan. I want to spray it down just enough to create a little bit of puddling, not so much saturation that there's like a massive amount of bleach in there. And we got to do the other side, which with what we're going to do with the water, this should actually help bleach the other side but still keep the void spaces in between the folds protected. At least that's theory. We'll see. Alright, so that bleach was really cold, so it's soaking into the fabric, and let me show you. That's like 12% bleach soaked into the fabric and not doing anything yet, because, and this is one I already did, so I already had some bleach on it, but like the water, the liquid is still so cold that the bleach really hasn't had time to wake up. So we're letting that soak in, and then we're going to use that bottle of hot water there to kind of pour on it. And I think Jonathan was calling it dye striking. So that's kind of what I'm going to do, is pour just a little bit of this hot water as a way of striking the bleach and activating the chemical reaction that happens with bleach, or what needs to happen with bleach, should I say, as far as temperature and how the molecules could either be slow and stupid and like don't bother me, or poking the bear with some heat and letting that little molecule go rampant. The only thing you got to be careful about is, okay, you're taking some nitroglycerin and throwing it on already precarious fire, so you really want to watch. But check this shit out. Hold up. When I